I've been studying the Book of Jude for years, and I'm excited to share its urgent message with you today. You see, Jude isn't just another book in the Bible. It's a powerful call to action for believers. Now, folks, we're going to examine this compact letter and unpack its relevance for our lives today. So, let's get started and see what Jude has to say to us in these challenging times. Now, the first thing we need to understand is who Jude was. Jude was actually the half-brother of Jesus, as mentioned in Mark 6:3. Yeah, you heard that right. But what's fascinating is that he initially doubted Jesus' messianic claims. It wasn't until after the resurrection that Jude became a believer. This transformation is crucial to understanding the urgency in his message. So, what's Jude's core message? Well, it's a call to actively defend the faith, as we see in Jude 1:3. You see, Jude was writing to a church that was facing a serious threat from within. False teachers had infiltrated the community, and Jude saw the danger they posed. Now, Jude doesn't just tell us to be on guard. He gives us examples from history. He points to the fallen angels, to Cain, to Balaam, and to Korah. These aren't just random stories, they're warnings. Each of these examples shows what happens when people drift away from God's grace and truth. But Jude doesn't stop there. He goes on to describe the false teachers who've crept into the church. And let me tell you, his descriptions are vivid. He calls them shepherds feeding themselves, clouds without rain, wandering stars and uprooted trees. These aren't just poetic metaphors, they're sharp indictments. These false teachers promise much but deliver nothing. They lead people astray while enriching themselves. So, what are we supposed to do with all this? Well, Jude doesn't leave us hanging. He gives us a clear call to action in verses 20-21. We're to build ourselves up in faith, keep ourselves in God's love, and be merciful to those struggling with doubt. This isn't about being judgmental. It's about standing firm in truth while extending grace to others. And you know what? Jude reminds us of God's justice and salvation. Yes, there will be judgment for those who persist in falsehood, but there's also hope and comfort for believers. Jude ends his letter with a powerful doxology in verses 24-25, emphasizing God's glory, majesty, dominion, and authority. It's a reminder that no matter how dire things may seem, God is still in control. And that, folks, God is still in control. And that, folks, is a truth we can stand on. As we wrap up our look at Jude, I want you to remember this. Spiritual authority doesn't come from family connections or social status. It comes from surrender to God. Jude's own transformation is proof of this. His urgent message springs from a heart that's been changed by God's truth. So, let's take Jude's words to heart. Let's contend for the faith. Stand for the faith. Stand firm in truth. And extend mercy to others. Because in doing so, we're not just preserving a doctrine. We're living out the transformative power of the gospel. And that, my friends, is what it means to truly follow Christ in these challenging times.